Hello everyone, this is Isabelle. I'm at the Amplify Global NaaS event in Dallas. And today I'm not joined by only one, but by two industry experts. We have Mark Bennett, he's portfolio lead fixed connectivity at Vodafone Business, and Gassan Abdo is VP research at IDC. Guys, welcome to my hot seat.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yes.
Thank you, Isabelle.
So we'll start with you, Gassan. So Gassan, with NaaS, there's different definition for different people. What is your definition of NaaS?
It's interesting. We talk to many enterprises, and you're absolutely correct. They all have different definitions. But what we observed are three characteristics of NaaS. One is flexibility in terms of management of bandwidth and ability to change things as you need. The other one is a cloud consumption model, so pay as you use. But the more important one, and I think is a little bit overlooked, is integration with IT processes, meaning NaaS becomes part of the digital enterprise. That's my definition of NaaS.
Okay. Mark, anything? Do you agree, first of all? Anything to add?
Yeah, no, completely agree. I think the important thing about network as a service is that it's an augmentation of our current fixed connectivity products. It's going to make them much faster to deliver, faster to change, improve reliability and customer experience for our business customers. It's also going to benefit our carrier customers in terms of that automation, particularly when we are supplying connectivity to them to connect their own customers.
What about the main trend? What is the biggest trend that is impacting NaaS when it comes to the enterprise space?
Definitely the underlying trend is network transformation. Network transformation is driving because all enterprises want to become a digital enterprise. That's what gives them competitive advantage. And you cannot have digital transformation without network transformation. Now, the network transformation by design needs to anticipate a lot of changes, a lot of impacts on the network, bandwidth requirements, the impact of AI, the fact that you want to align your cost with usage. So a lot of these things are impact, but definitely cloud consumption is one. All of these kind of come together and say, hey, NaaS promises a lot. Let's try to deploy it.
Anything to add from your point of view, Mark?
Well, recently we interviewed via focus groups and one-to-one interviews about 40 different businesses, corporates, multinationals across 4 of our markets, both in Europe and out to Asia Pac with Singapore. What we found there was that the key segment or the key type of customer is those with dynamic network needs. And so we can think of fast-moving businesses, to Gassan's point, significant adoption of different cloud services. Maybe they're adding new locations, making lots of changes in their network, and network as a service is a perfect solution providing that agility. But the interesting thing for me, I think it's more relevant to a number of different types of customer and a number of segments. Because even if they're not that fast moving, it's going to improve reliability, it's going to improve efficiencies. Indeed, I think it's a business enabler, an enabler for not just multi-cloud and digital, but future AI transformation.
Okay. And obviously we're at the NaaS event here, everyone's talking about NaaS. But what do you think needs to take place to make NaaS mainstream?
Well, a few years ago, back in maybe 2015, we saw early instances of network on demand, network as a service. But they were largely proprietary. They were a little bit limited in terms of their scale, their coverage because of that. Harder to interoperate with them. You know, here we are at the Amplify G&E event, and we're seeing that the standards are much more mature. That enables end-to-end connectivity services that will benefit more and more enterprises. But it also means interoperability with their environment becomes a lot easier. And you know, we know from our feedback from customers that that's absolutely critical.
Okay. Gassan?
Yeah, I would say Mark hit on the point of interoperability. I think that's always a key challenge across vendors and across carriers. So the extent that you can rationalize that with an orchestration capability multi-vendor capability, I think it certainly will increase the adoption. The most important thing in my mind is deployment and showing value to the enterprise that it really does deliver on the KPIs that they need relative to whole the digitization journey that they want to undergo. Make it easier to go through that journey. I think that's going to be an important factor here.
Okay. Now, from the Vodafone point of view, if we look into the next 3 years, what is Vodafone's vision when it comes to NaaS, and how do you intend to differentiate from your competitors?
Yeah. Well, Vodafone has one of the biggest fixed and mobile/wireless networks in the world, and that's a great platform on which we can enhance our existing connectivity services using NaaS, providing intelligent end-to-end connectivity that really is as flexible as the cloud. And we're doing this not just for our business customers, enterprise, but also for our carrier and wholesale customers, making it easier for them to consume our connectivity. Now, there's a number of benefits from this. Faster delivery cycles, for example, improved reliability, less downtime. NaaS also for us is going to incorporate AI, which will make even smarter services, more reliable services, and a better experience. In terms of the key points for us, AI ready is very important. We're architecting our own NaaS platform to be AI ready. Equally, the performance of the network is absolutely key. How can we use our underlay networks with our overlay networks to deliver a better experience for the enterprise, connecting to cloud? And super POPs are part of that architecture to deliver that improved performance. And security. Security is more and more of a requirement, particularly sovereignty in our markets. So, through NaaS, we're looking at sovereign routing, for example, and how do we support customers with compliance? The important thing, and it is really one of the areas where we differentiate, is the presentation of network as a service to our customers. And here we have a great opportunity to simplify network management. A single portal presentation that includes the underlay network connectivity, the edge super POPs, the cloud connectivity, the overlay services. And they're all from different OEMs at the moment, different vendors. We're bringing it together so that we can show the customer the health of their solution, the performance of their solution relative to the outcomes and the KPIs that they bought from us, which Gassan was talking about.
Wow, guys, a super interesting interview. Really, you're some of my best victims so far. Thank you so much. Let's do that again soon.
Thank you, Isabelle.
Thank you, Isabelle. Really appreciate it.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next hot shot.